APRO over plan to impeach Ruto is what is the splash in today's Daily Nation. We continue with the conversation and get a reaction also from our panelist as it is right now with those particular statements. Also, we can see what we have in the star as well as editor cartoon I showed you on the other side of a break. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. This is what the editor cartoonist has drawn today. Let's just begin with Herman Manyora from this particular pronouncement that the Deputy President has mentioned from the podium. What will be your reaction, do you think, and what system is he talking about?
I think our politics is getting to a dangerous level. We must, as a people, stop and take stock. It is at moments like this that people ought to ask very, very difficult questions. When you have the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, or of any country for that matter, saying the things our DP is saying, and in the manner in which he's saying, and the references thereof, I don't think you can be said to be doing well as a country. We are not doing well, and we must move out of that. I don't want to go into any details, but I think the Deputy President has been pushed to the wall. And he seems to want to come out fighting. What is clearly lacking from his corner, in my honest assessment, is a team of seasoned advisors. I think this is what the DP is lacking. Because when so much heat is directed your way, even if you are strong, you need people you can talk to. You need seasoned advisors. And it is evident that they are lacking in his corner. And he must look for mature, seasoned advice. What he has are very good foot soldiers. Alice Wahome, Ishungwa, Murukom. These are good, capable people, but they are foot soldiers. He needs generals around him. Because anything you say and everything you say now is going to have serious impact in the days to come. Because you see, if it is true what I'm saying is what there is, that the people want to throw him under under the bus, as we have been to quote this tired expression, they will be very happy if he makes the blunders he's beginning to make. If you rush to Twitter and react instead of first consulting, you need people to talk to, generals. You retire and say, now, what next? In light of this, what move do we take? Because if you don't do so, you are going to be reactionary. First of all, when you make it your preoccupation to react to what people have said, that becomes lack of strategy. Secondly, because of the moments of the day, you are going to say things that will, let me tell you this, let me be a little blunt. I think the Uhuru corner is waiting for Ruto to make the blunders he's just about to make. Because he has made reference. I mean, if you say somebody has sent the DCI, who could that be? It can only be Uhuru. If you say the system, Manyora doesn't run a system. The system can only be Uhuru's system. So when you begin to attack the president direct, I think you are coming, as Miguna will tell, come baby come. You are coming the way they want you to come. And you are about to make blunders, so they'll get the excuses they need to tell their people now, you see. And soon you'll see people turning, we loved this man, we wanted to vote for him, but ameanza kutuchokoza. Ameanza kuchokoza Uhuru Kenyatta. So he should be careful. And the beginning point, as I end what I'm saying, I don't want to go into details, is Ruto must look for generals, for seasoned advisors. They are evidently lacking. And he should stop this quick reaction. And I think the first thing he should do, it will be very careful with Twitter. The internet doesn't forget. Because you say this, and then in light of new evidence tomorrow from DCI, then you look like, what's wrong with this guy? So be careful about Twitter and how people around you can consult before you make some of these statements. He was so hurt with the Kenei murder and all those things about what went on in his office. He must have known that from that point of pain, going to a public gathering like that funeral, he must have known that. And this is where people come in advisors. They must have told him, be careful. We know the likelihood of you doing this or saying this are very high, but don't. So just my advice to Ruto, who is a very good man, by the way, look for seasoned advisors. You can even take a young here.
All right.
God forbid.
God forbid.
All right, because he'll give good advice. Let's hear from Okongo Omogeni.
Yeah, I think Tibal, I'm not a political analyst like Manyora, but when I look at the DP, I think his problems are self-induced. He's supposed to be a principal assistant to the president, but they are not speaking from the same page. The president chose to have handshake. The deputy president said, I'm anti-handshake. The president wants to fight corruption. The deputy president does not want to join him in the war against corruption. So I think he's just brought war into his office, literally. And you know, some of the statements you see from the DP, like he's now making some statements that can cause fear and alarm. You know what one can call alarmist statements? Yes. Like saying, unless you kill me. You know, we're in a political contest. Nobody will kill another in a presidential contest. He's saying, mambo yale yanakuja, hapo mbele. You know, he's already telling us, I don't know whether the DC is having a file on him, we don't know, but he's creating the impression that he's a man living in fear. From what we really don't know. Yet, if you look at our constitution, this should be the principal assistant to our president. He should be the one in the forefront in the war against corruption. I know that accessing the office of a DP, Manyora will tell you, it's not easy. Manyora cannot leave this station this morning and walk there and go and see officials in his office. So if he allowed people of tainted character to walk into his office, those are problems he's inviting to his office himself. So you can't say that there are people who want to demean my office, who want to destroy my office, yet it's you who is in association with people who are tainted. I think if I were to be a close ally of the DP, I'll tell him to do self-examination himself. Look at the agenda that the country has at the moment. Number two, look at the people who are close to him. And then ask himself, what kind of image are they portraying in that office of the DP? Instead of fighting shadows, you know, you cannot fight the people in the office of the president. You want to fight the DCI. You want to say the DPP is bad. And yet, you are in a government. This is the government you serve. You are the deputy president, number 2 assistant to the president. Now, what will the common mwananchi down there think of those officers? The DCI has officers arresting people every day. Here is a deputy president saying that office has been politicized. The DCI is playing politics. I don't think it is serving the public good and public interest. That's something that if I was to talk to the DP, I will tell him to do self-examination. If that was coming from a leader of official position, that is forgivable. But coming from somebody occupying that office, it doesn't look good at all, Mr. Dibal.